So I've removed all of the other policies we've applied before. So there is no policy that I can expect my application to have here. I can access the application and I'm going to go ahead and apply a work policy. So we have a web application firewall, which is embedded as an envoy filter in the gateway. And it's currently based on something called mod security. So you can pass any mod security rule in this using a WAF policy. Again, the same way we apply a web policy based on labels. In that case, it's a label who has the WAF equals to true. And in this example, we are going to use a rule that the application blocks against any sort of log4shell vulnerabilities. So imagine you have a Java application that is impacted by this vulnerability. It can take time for the application team to update their apps to be protected. So you can apply this protection at the gateway layer until the update application and it's protected on that side. So it's just very useful as one example. You can use what we have as for policies like until the application is updated and protected on its side. So it's very useful as just one example. You can see we have policies for many other use cases like IP allow listing and so forth. So let's go ahead and apply this WAF policy, and you can see we have disabled the core rule set here, but we can use it and we can enable it. And in that case, we can use a custom rule set like that is going to protect ourselves against this vulnerability. So I just applied this policy, and as usual, need to update the route table to apply this policy. This level WAF equals true so that we can go ahead and apply this correctly. And so you can see here what's interesting is that I'm not enabling it in my route table of the application. I'm applying it in my main route table. So it's kind of like the gateway team basically that applies this route policy to all the routes of all the applications that are exposed to this gateway. So you can imagine you might get this vulnerability published like it's in panic mode. You may have many applications exposed, and you don't want to even ask each team to update their own route table to apply this policy. You want to apply it to all the incoming traffic. That's the use case we are having right here. So I don't expect to update this routing table where I have like the /get, but you see it's applied to this route right because it's inherited. Okay, so now if we try to send a curl request with this user agent, the way you were able to use the vulnerability as a hacker, then we can see that I have this 403 response, that I get this message, and it's because this has been rejected and rejecting these specific malicious payloads trying to take advantage of this log4shell vulnerability.